So the water is actually flowing through troughs. These curbs are made of dry pour concrete, and there's plastic underneath the concrete and the gravel and the topsoil in the troughs. And what the objective here is to minimize the amount of water you're using and also the time or labor involved in watering. The other thing that's done here is you don't ever have to till with this technique. What this does, it allows you to go ahead and just every couple of years put some additional compost that you derive from the cuttings, the things you're throwing away. So it's a synergistic process that minimizes water, minimizes tilling to retain all the CO2 in the ground so you're not releasing CO2 to the environment. The third thing it does that I think is really practical is it reseeds itself. So everything you see here is from volunteers except for the corn. We did plant the corn just to do an experiment and can contrast how it would perform in this environment with other crops versus corn grown without the other crops and without the troughs and without the plastic underneath the soil. And as you can see, the corn is doing much better in that environment than in this environment, except for a few cases. So over here, these beets, the roots themselves go down through the plastic and the little holes, but the actual bulbs of the roots themselves, they're actually easily harvestable. They're up on top. I could pull this up and the whole beet would actually come right up. These onions are all from seed, so they just naturally reseed themselves in these troughs. The sunflowers are just volunteers as well. The squash and the cucumbers and the watermelon are likewise volunteers. So the system seems to work pretty good at minimizing the labor for replanting, minimizing labor for tilling, minimizing water, and overall minimizing CO2. Out here, it's very hard to grow fruit trees because of the extreme wind and extreme temperatures. In fact, let me show you what apple trees look like outside. So to contrast those peach trees, which are certainly less hardy than apples, you can see the size of these apple trees, these two trees I planted here. Now they are watered routinely, but the climate is just so brutal here, so cold, the wind blows so hard that you literally cannot grow apple trees in this area.
Look at this big cauliflower!
Those are some big cucumbers, Autumn.
Okay, let's just go pack a few green beans so that I have enough to do like one bag. Oh, that's beautiful.